Hey everyone, and welcome to r/chill, where we look at some of the best stories found on the internet. Today, we're back in r/today I effed up, and we're really going to the core of this subreddit, looking at innocent little stories that turned out hilarious. But I don't want to waste another second and get straight to these stories, so grab a coffee, put on your seatbelt, and get ready to enjoy the ride. Today I effed up by becoming an accidental active school shooter. This happened in the outies, basically the 2000s. My relatively small high school held an unexpected live active shooter drill. It was the first time they had done this. I don't know who developed this genius procedure. It actually makes no sense because of how they initiated it. We had once previously practiced what to do in this event maybe a week prior, kinda casually. The teachers were aware of the timing of the drill, but didn't tell us because the trauma would help us react better? No idea. In fact, I remember our teacher, and likely all others, calling in at one point probably to check that everyone was accounted for. However, it so happened that I was kicked out of the class just prior to the announcement. My teacher was pretty flustered after minutes of me being a clown and just yelled at me to get out. But he was super frantic about me getting to the office immediately. Now I understand why. His mistake, but I played my part soon after. On my way to the office, I was taking my time, of course. The lights went out as though a main breaker were flipped. Just the way they all went out immediately. Emergency exit lights came on and the principal came over the intercom telling all teachers some code phrase which basically initiated the lock up, lights out, cower in the corner procedure. I was truly in a what the F state. And here is where I F up. Now I'm the only dummy walking the hallways. Given the layout of this building, when I tell you it was dark, I mean you could hardly see your own hand dark. Even with the small, distant exit emergency light down the hall. And it was completely silent now. It all happened in a matter of seconds. I can't say I was scared necessarily, because we all knew there'd likely be a live drill at some point. Still, given my aversion to our principal, since I was in trouble a lot and not knowing what to do, I just ran, following the wall with my hand back to my class and started banging on the door. I assumed my teacher knew what was happening and I didn't want to be in more trouble, so I just yelled, "Hey, let me in!" The entire class of 20 kids in the dark instantly screamed at the top of their lungs, which then caused the adjacent classroom, who was also in complete darkness, there were no windows on the side of the building, to also start screaming and panicking. This coalescence of fear became so loud that nobody knew what the hell was happening, and the teachers were of course required to keep the doors shut no matter what. Nor were they supposed to communicate with anyone outside their door till given an all clear as far as I recall. Again, this wasn't a well thought out plan. Now, of course, my teacher must have called the office, but the message wasn't relayed properly, and I'll never know what he told them. Because somebody came round the corner and in the loudest voice I had heard in my life said, "Get on the ground!" There was a police officer visiting the school to oversee the drill. So whether he was taking the opportunity to do his part in acting, or really thought I somehow picked the worst possible day to commit mass murder, I don't know. He didn't have his gun drawn, just his flashlight. He grabbed me up and took me to the office. The rest was a huge blur, but essentially, I wasn't punished for that. But I got extra-ish for my classroom behavior given the context. There was an assembly held the same day where we were all apologized to for not running this drill knowingly first. Parents were mad, it was a whole thing. I remember doing fire drills back in primary school and they were always pretty well organized. I'm pretty sure they had procedures for if anyone had gone down to the bathroom or something. I can't be certain, but I think they did. I actually sort of enjoyed the drills because we just got to miss class time. And then once we had some construction work going on, and we did a drill that simulated us having a gas leak. And basically we just walked down to a nearby park and spent half the day there. So yeah, drills are great. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that first story. There are plenty more to come, but could you please just take a second to go down and leave a like? This is something that pleases the almighty YouTube algorithm and helps my channel get discovered, but I won't waste another second and let's keep going with the video. Today I effed up by wearing the wrong size shoes for my entire adult life. Okay, so by TIFU standards, this is pretty tame, but considering the years of agony I unintentionally put myself through, I think it qualifies. I have fairly weird-sized feet. They're very wide, but not long at all. I have no arch to speak of. I'm a fairly short guy, about 5'7", and that has always played a role in my shoe size selection. I'm pretty short, so I should be wearing a fairly small size, right? Wrong. When I was a kid, my mum would measure the new shoe she bought for me by pressing the toe and making sure I had about half an inch to an inch of space to grow into. As an adult, I assumed, well, since I'm full grown, I should buy shoes in which my toes reach all the way to the end. For me, that's a size 10 US. Problem was, I kept blowing out the sides of the shoes with my wide feet. No problem, I'll switch to a size 10 wide. Still no luck, still blowing out the sides of them and suffering chronic foot pain. My running shoes were so ill-fitted that I actually suffered a hairline fracture from running with my pancake feet jammed into those narrow little torture chambers. My friend was getting rid of a bunch of stuff he didn't need, including a pair of really nice, brand new size 11.5 wide Nikes. I said, sure, F it, I'll take them. Let's see how they fit. Oh my God. It was like wearing pillows made of clouds on my feet. I was walking on cotton candy and unicorn farts. I had no idea how much misery I had been in until I wore those shoes. I wonder now if some of my poor life decisions have just been because I was in a bad mood because of so much needless foot pain and I didn't realize it. There's about 3/4 of an inch of room in the toes, but that doesn't bother me at all. Wow, I can relate, my friend. Not with wearing the wrong sized shoe for 20 years, that's a bit far, but I also have really wide feet, and depending on how wide a shoe is made, I can be anywhere from a size 10 to a size 13. And from what I'm reading in the comments, lots of people have this problem, so come on, clothing companies, up your game, we need some consistency here. Today I effed up by convincing my entire apartment building a Velociraptor was on the loose. This F-up happened about 6 years ago, but I still think about it to this day. I was a student studying at a big university that had some large luxury apartment buildings nearby for students to live in after their freshman year. In my building, there were around 400 apartments across 8 floors. I lived in one of these apartments with 3 roommates, modern gym, stainless steel appliances, nice place. The F-up starts with me not wanting to drink my face off for once on a Saturday night, and wake up the next morning feeling like a train wreck, and instead wanting to have a wholesome night of fun. So instead of going out, I decided to post signs around the building that a dinosaur, specifically a Velociraptor, was on the loose. Harmless, right? I spent some time putting this flyer together. Attention apartment residents, regarding the Velociraptor attack. It has come to our attention that on the 20th of September 2013, an unknown resident of floor 7 was fatally mauled by what we presume to be a Velociraptor, Velociraptor mongoliensis, colloquially known as a raptor. Sightings have also been reported on floors 2, 5, and 8. We offer our condolences to anyone who may have been affected by this tragic occurrence. We urge all residents to be on the lookout for suspicious raptor activity. Things to look for include, but are not limited to, bloodstains, large reptilian tracks, loud reptilian growling and/or hissing, Velociraptor mating call, Velociraptor urine stains and excrement. Please maintain extreme caution at all times. Velociraptors are fearless, deadly creatures. We urge you to ask security for Velociraptor repellent or to report any suspicious activity. Wow, I like the Velociraptor mating call. I'm curious what that would sound like. I figured people would laugh about it. Then I walked down to the apartment building lobby to use their free printing and make about 100 copies. Finally, starting at about 9 PM, I spent the next 2 hours posting the signs on various doors around the building. For better or worse, it was a Saturday, and people were getting drunk. About halfway through my adventure, as I was getting into the elevator to change floors, I saw a girl dressed to go out, makeup down, on the phone with someone. Tears streaking her mascara as she struggled to convey to someone that there had been a Velociraptor attack and that she didn't know what to do. Me at the time thought it was really funny and kept going, and ultimately, after posting my 100 flyers, I went back to my apartment, watched some TV, and went to bed. That Sunday, I spent most of my time doing homework and not leaving my room. On Monday while in class, my roommate's group text lit up with, "Does anyone know what this is?" It was a pile of 4 notices of lease violation, suggesting someone had caused a disturbance on the property, and that there would be a fine. Me being fairly young, I got spooked, bounced from class and biked to my apartment to take care of it. I grabbed the notices and went to the leasing office. I'll shorten it immensely, but the conversation can be summarized as such. "Hi, I got these notices at my apartment today about causing a disturbance. I was wondering what it's about." "Oh, so it's you." And he calls out to someone outside of his office. "Get in here." And the other apartment agent, "It's the dinosaur boy." OAA, a guy trying too hard to be serious. "Do you know what you did last night?" "Yeah, I just posted some funny and clearly harmless signs around that there was a dinosaur on the loose. Also, it was just me, so don't include my roommates here." "Okay, just you, but it was neither funny nor harmless. Do you know how many calls security got? I had parents calling and demanding to know about the situation. We had students asking if there was a bunker to hide in." Me a little bewildered. The signs said Velociraptor. Dinosaur. Clearly extinct. It was a joke. How did people take that seriously? "Look, I know Velociraptors have been dead for over 10,000 years, but you caused a disturbance and I still have to fine you." 10,000 years. F. There would be no winning with this guy. I asked him what the fine was, $100, ran back up to write a check and paid it. Note, they apparently knew it was someone in my apartment who posted the signs by following security footage. To this day, I wonder how many fully functioning adults at prestigious universities think velociraptors are real. That they aren't dinosaurs but are instead a vicious reptile that people illicitly keep as pets. Or that you can go see at the zoo. I occasionally wonder about the panic I caused, thinking about the girl who was likely on the phone with her parents, and all her parents probably heard were, "Someone died, on the loose, don't know what to do." I still laugh about it. Guys, how can you not know what a velociraptor is? Surely you've watched Jurassic Park. And even without that, surely every single kid on this planet has had that paleontologist phase. You know, everyone's had it. Everyone said, "Oh, I want to be a paleontologist and discover stuff about dinosaurs." And then you sort of realize that you'd just be working in a pit of dirt, digging for bones. And suddenly the job sort of loses its appeal. Alright guys, thanks for chilling with me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of r/Today I F'd Up. And if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for Reddit videos every second day and leave your own comments with your stories down below. I would love to hear from you. But for now, that's it from me. I hope you all enjoyed, and all I want to do is see you all here next time. See you later, guys.